in-ground Seto Satsuma. This one's been here for 2 winters now, and I protect it by putting a cover. Last year it was badly damaged, so it did not set any fruit. It was just here to recover. And this year we did get plenty of freeze, and it got protected, but there's a lot of green growth that just got damaged. And then we have one late freeze that damaged a little bit of the new growth. So let's take a look what a brown branch is. You don't want to put this in ground until they're browned up, meaning put them in pots for about 3 years, get them all ready, and then once they're in ground, this is zone 8B, Northeast Texas, they'll still die if we get those long freeze. So it's not about what is the temperature, it's not only that, it's the duration of that. So the rating that you get from nursery, it's most likely 1 hour. Okay, so when they say they're good up to 18 degrees, that's probably 1 hour at 18 degrees. If you let them in there for 2 hours, they start dying. Let alone sometimes we get freeze for 2 days straight, 48 hours. Can you imagine? So protection for it, just water the base like crazy, soak everything wet, and then if you can put like some heater, that would be best. So I'm really thinking of what I should do in this area, because this is where the Arctic frosts are going to retire. They've been in the pot for 4 years now, so they're ready to go in ground this fall. And so as you can see here, this is all kind of mounded up. It's a down slope, so it won't, water will not pool right here. Okay, so sanitize. So I'm gonna prune all this one. Sanitize your pruner. I'm just gonna prune this one here so that we don't mix them. I have to prune also the owari, so they're both pruning. There's the owari right there. So this is green, obviously, and that's brown right here. So this is called hardy right here. This is tough to kind of split. However, any of this green stuff, like this one right here, if we have freeze this winter and wind, I covered this and this touches the turf, whatever, this is all gonna die back. So however, that will survive. So this semi-green right here, so this is starting to brown up this year. Okay, so I waited this long, make sure that there's no more late freeze before I start pruning all these dead branches. Also, don't ever thin out your citrus. They're self-thinning. Look at all the fruit that it can't support that it dropped. See those yellow? Okay, so if you think you have too much, leave it to the tree. They know what to do. Okay, except for peach and plums. I think they're stupid, so they're, yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go here and cut all these dead branches. Okay, here. Okay, this is a long one, so this probably, when it probably went up like this and touched the canopy of the cover, and it got torched. All right, let's see here. I can prune some more later if I need to, because you don't want any dead branches, which could kind of get introduced with more disease and whatnot. Okay, so Go around, because I did it so late here, obviously you could see really where there's no more green. I don't ever prune any citrus early because you don't know what's alive. I mean, mostly it looks like it's alive and then it'll die, but sometimes it looks dead and then you get swollen nodes. That means it's still alive up to that part. So and this one is setting a lot of Seto. So these are actually a decent size. Owari is the big fruit, I think. And this is like every year. Expect to have some dieback if they're just out and not inside a greenhouse. If you're just covering them, usually the top is what's going to get destroyed. So I'm just looking at all the brown parts right here. And those ones, they're from the last freeze. That's why I prefer a lot of growth down there. So it's bush out like this. Easily, you can cover it easy. From the last freeze, you can see here it's all young green and this one got burnt. Oh, I cut a little too much of that one. That's all right. So there's still plenty more new damage right here. I think it was mid-April where we got that last freeze. You can see this one kind of look like it's dead right there, but it's actually alive. It even has a fruit. And I got plenty more citrus pruning where the potted ones are. The Page Mandarin, the last freeze, because they're already out and I wasn't around. It's like it lost 80%, but it's coming back. It's alive. So all right, I always miss a bunch of stuff when I'm cutting. So I'm gonna check everywhere just all right, this one right here. And always sanitize your pruners. Have a water alcohol sprayer. If you're pruning more than one. If you're just staying with the same tree, it's fine. Seto, is it thornless? Yes. No thorns on this one. Trifoliate, however. Alright, so this is the dead Nagami. So I left all the so I'm gonna graft this. I'll probably leave four big ones and then graft this two right here, Arctic Frost, all the cold hardy stuff. I mean, Kumquats cold hardy, but I planted it here. I got too excited while it was still mostly green. So you gotta wait for that stuff to brown up. I think we're almost done here. So plenty of fruit, plenty of drop fruit, thin itself out. It is mounded. You can see I planted it, even though it's on a uphill, it's still mounded. And I like to show root flares on my citrus. This one here, I gotta clean the base right here, but that's mostly just, yeah, this goji berry is quite aggressive. Yeah, but that's the root flare right there, so I gotta dig that up. So when I mow, I push a lot of this. There we go. It's mostly just mowing stuff. All right, I will prune that in another video. Just kind of checking. Yeah, this video of all the citrus too is to kind of see the progress every year, how much dieback, how much growth fruit-wise, yield, so that I can compare it with last year. They said open up the center on this one. I don't. Citrus, they're fine. I mean, some of them are, you can't do anything. It's just, they're so heavy in the center, you don't even see the fruit sometimes until you check it. All right, that's one ugly haircut because it's all based on the pruning. It's based on what survived. Okay, forgot about those. Yeah, this is most likely will get damaged if we get another crazy freeze. Just kind of checking. Okay, so that's the citrus in ground. This is Seto Satsuma. This is its freeze kind of dead limbs cleanup. Just checking again. Yeah, we'll just do that later. Kind of hard to do while holding a camera. All right, there's a lot of crossing limbs, but it all depends on what survived the winter freeze, and then most of it will be taken care of because of dead limbs. So it's getting all the brown. As long as you protect the base and this part right here, even though everything dies up here, it'll all come back. You won't have any fruit that year, but expect because the root established, expect a lot of fruit. So no fruit last year, and look how many. And looks like these are all the keepers because all the yellowing ones are dropped already. So by just visually looking, there's probably 30 plus Seto Satsumas on this. So imagine if you have, let's say, 4 of these. Yeah, that's like crazy winter harvest.